Afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, in the last class, we were discussed about the respiration in cockroach. I hope all that points are remembered, right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then Al-Asfan, what about the respiratory system present in cockroach?
Ma'am, trachea.
Is it trachea? Ah, yeah. Only trachea? Al-Asfan, unmute and say. It's not clear.
Ma'am, spiracle, trachea, network.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Spiracle and tracheal network or tracheal tube. Okay, then Michelle, can you explain how this respiration takes place in cockroach?
Respiratory system of cockroach is a network of trachea known as tracheal system.
Okay.
They respire through small openings called spiracles.
Spiracles. Okay, then what about the function of spiracles, Harin?
Ma'am,
Function of spiracles inside this cockroach?
They breathe in oxygen-rich in air through the spiracles, which opens into the tracheal tubes.
Which is opens into the tracheal tubes. Then with the help of this tracheal tubes, it reaches the whole body of the cockroach. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt regarding with that of the respiratory functions or respirations in cockroach?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
so today we are going to discuss about respiration in earthworm. Okay, so which part of the body is responsible for respiration in case of earthworm?
Nose.
Ma'am,
Yes.
skin.
Yes, it's skin. Okay, and where do you find these earthworms?
Ma'am,
in
in
soil.
Soil,
soil.
moist areas or in the soil, on the surface of this soil, you can find the earthworm. And what about this respiratory systems in earthworm? That is what we are going to discuss today. Okay, so let me share the screen. So respiration in earthworm. Respiration in earthworm. What about the color of earthworm?
Reddish brown.
Reddish brown.
It's a reddish brown color, and you can find it on the moist areas. Okay. All right. So the respiratory system in earthworm is actually, they are respire through skin. Okay, the moist and slimy makes it easy for the gas to pass through it and get into the body of the earthworm. So they do not have a specialized respiratory systems just like that of the cockroach. There is no spiracles or tracheal network tubes and all. They are respire through their moist and slimy skin. Okay, slimy skin, the moist and slimy skin. Okay, so is there any respiratory organs are present in the case of earthworm?
Ma'am.
No.
No.
So how they are respire? How the breathing process
So
is
they're
takes place?
moist
And slimy skin.
Yes, moist and
Slimy skin.
moist and slimy skin. Okay. So the moist and slimy skin makes it easy for the gases to pass through it and get into the body of the earthworm. So the oxygen-rich air is get inside the body, and the carbon dioxide-rich air get outside from the body. Get outside to the body is mainly occurs through this slimy and the moist skin. Okay, the skin is the part through which the earthworm respiration takes place. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the respiratory organs present in the case of cockroach are
Trachea and
Spiracles.
tracheal tubes or spiracles, and in the case of earthworm, it is
They're moist and slimy skin.
Slimy skin.
moist and slimy skin. Okay, good. Then we are going to discuss the respiration in frog. Okay,
Ma'am, can you see the
respiration in
previous
frog. All right, all right.
Ma'am, do we have to write the second paragraph?
Ah, yes. Respiration in earthworm. In earthworm, there is no specialized respiratory organ, something like that. They are respire through their moist and slimy skin. And this moist and slimy skin makes it easy for the gas to pass through it. The exchange of gases are mainly takes place through this moist and slimy skin in the case of earthworm. It's a reddish brown color. You can find it on the surface of the earth.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, can we move to the next topic?
No.
Next one is respiration in frog. Where do you find this frog?
Ma'am,
In land and water.
Swampy
Okay.
areas.
They can live in land and
water.
land and
water.
water.
Okay, then what do you think? What about the respiratory system of present in frog? Is it respire through the
Ma'am, they
nostrils?
have
Ma'am, through
lungs,
the
but
skin.
They have
they can
lungs.
also breathe through their skin.
Yes, very good. They have a dual system of respiratory system. Okay, so there are dual system of respiration is present in the case of frog because they are able to live in water as well as in land. Okay, so whenever they are live in land, then how the respiration is takes place? Is it through lungs or through the skin?
Through land.
Lungs.
Yes, it is through the lungs. Okay, let us see. What about the respiration in frog? Okay, so in the case of frog, they have dual system that helps them to breathe. Okay, they have dual system of respiration. They have a pair of lungs just like that of the human beings. Similarly, the another mechanism is the moist and slimy skin similar to that of the case of earthworm. So there are two systems of respiration is present in the case of frog. One is through the lungs similar to that of the case of human beings. Okay, so frog is a organism or frog is able to live on land and that as well as in water. So whenever they are live in land, they are use this pair of lungs for the respiration. If they are live in water, they use their moist and slimy skin for the respiration. So when their skin is moist or when they are in water, they are breathed through their thin and membranous skin, which is permeable to both water and gases. What do you mean by permeable? Permeable, which is permeable to both water and gases.
Permittable.
Yes, it is permittable. Okay, it is permit both water and gases. Exchange of water and gases is takes place mainly through this thin and membranous skin of frog. Okay. And when they are on land, they exchange the gases mainly through the pair of lungs, just similar to the case of the human beings. Okay. So when they are on land, they take air into their lungs by pushing it from their mouths with their nostrils closed. So this is the mechanism of respiration which takes place in the case of frog. So here we will discuss the respiration in organism. We are mainly consider three type of organism. The first one is cockroach. In the case of cockroach, quickly recall what about the type of respiratory system present in cockroach?
Spiracles
Tracheal
and tracheal tube.
Spiracles and tracheal tubes. Okay, tracheal network system. Okay, in the case of earthworm, it is through
Moist and
Moist and
slimy.
slimy skin.
moist and slimy skin. In the case of frog, we have
A pair of lungs
A pair
and
of
moist
type
and
of
slimy
respiratory system
skin.
is very good. Excellent. Lungs or that of moist and slimy skin. And when they are using this pair of lungs for respiration,
On
When they are
land.
on land.
On
and
land.
they live on land, then whenever they are using this moist and slimy skin for the respiration,
In water.
when they are in water. Okay, all right. So in the case of frog, we have to consider dual system of respirations. Okay, they have dual system of respiration for breathing. One is a pair of lungs, which is similar to that of the human beings. On the other hand, they can also breathe through the moist and slimy skin. So frog is an organism which is able to live on water and that is as well as in the case of land. Whenever they are live on land, what happened? They are using the the pair of lungs for the respiration. If they are live in water, they are use moist or slimy skin for the respiration. Is it over?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, over, finished.
Okay, all
Ma'am,
right.
no, ma'am. But I did not finish.
Okay, here as in this figure, we can say that the frog possesses a nostril and a mouth cavity, lungs, slimy skin for the exchange of gases. So whenever they are lives in water, they are using this slimy or moist skin for the exchange of gases. If they are in land, they are using this pair of lungs for the exchange of gases. Then what about the function of nostril and mouth cavity? What about the function of nostril?
Ma'am, when they are on land,
Nostril
they
is
use
used to
their
take in the
lungs.
air
Air.
around
They
the
take the air from the surroundings through this nostril.
Nostril.
Okay.
Finish, ma'am.
What about others?
Finished.
Ma'am.
All right. So now we are going to discuss about respiration in fish. What about the respiration in fish? So in the case of fish, they have certain projections like in their body, which is known as gills.
Gills.
Okay, have you ever seen this gills? What
Yes.
about their structure
Yes,
like that?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Feathery like structure. I will show the clear image of gills. Okay. So gills, they have a feathery like gills for the respiration. So the respiratory system present in the case of fish are gills. Okay. Fishes have certain projections on their body. They are known as gills. These are feathery organs. Okay. And these gills are connected with the blood vessels for easy exchange of gases. Okay. So our fish possesses some kind of respiratory system. It's a feathery like organs called the gills. And how these gills are connected? These gills are connected to that of the blood vessels. It is directly connected to the blood vessels. So there will be an easy exchange of gases takes place. Okay. And these gills help the aquatic species like fish to utilize the oxygen dissolved in the water. We know that they are live in water. So they get the oxygen from the water. Water is a combination of hydrogen and that of the oxygen. So they are easily obtained this water when they are live in the water through these gills. They are absorb the oxygen which is dissolved in water through these gills. And these gills are actually connected with that of the blood vessels. Thereby, the easy exchange of gases takes place. So this is the respiration mechanism which takes place in the case of fish. So here actually we are consider the breathing underwater. Breathing underwater. So not only the organism which lives on land, but also the organism that lives in the water also capable of respiration process, especially in the case of fish.
Ma'am, can you show the frog slide?
Is it not over? Okay.
Just a second. Okay. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So now the respiration in fish. What about the respiratory organ present in the case of fish?
Gills.
Gills. What about their structure?
These are connected
Feathery
to the blood
organ.
vessels.
Yes, they are feathery-like organs, and it is connected to where?
Blood
The blood
vessels.
vessels.
Connected to
For
blood
easy
vessels.
exchange.
Thereby, easy exchange of gases takes place between the blood vessels and its body. Okay. So these gills help the aquatic species like fish to utilize the oxygen dissolved in the water. Okay. So here the oxygen is not obtained from the atmosphere or surroundings. It gets this oxygen from the water itself. And do you know the chemical formula of water? What about the chemical formula of water?
H2O.
H2O.
Very good. H2O. So water is actually the combination of water, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. So in the case of water, oxygen gas is dissolved in it. So this oxygen which is dissolved inside the water is obtained to fish through this gills. And this gills connected to the blood vessels. Thereby the easy exchange of gases takes place. Is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So up to here, we were discussing about the respiration in different kinds of organism. We are discussing, or we are starting with the respiration in human beings. Any idea about the respiration in human beings?
Lungs.
Okay, so we can start. Sanaika, what are the different respiratory organs present in the case of human beings? Respiratory organs.
Ma'am, lungs,
Hmm.
nose,
Starting with lungs, nostrils.
nostrils, then
Ma'am,
After that-
can I say?
Nasal cavity.
Yes, very good. Nasal cavity, then
Trachea or
Trachea,
windpipe or
lungs,
trachea,
Trachea,
then
windpipe,
lungs,
then lungs,
then diaphragm.
and then diaphragm.
Lungs, diaphragm.
diaphragm. Okay, all right. So in the case of human beings, it starts from nostrils. Then in connection with the nostrils, we have nasal cavity. And
Nasal
the air from the
cavity.
nasal cavity reaches to lungs through which path or through which
Windpipe
organ?
of trachea.
Windpipe,
Windpipe
trachea.
is also known as trachea.
Trachea.
Okay, so air from the nasal cavity through windpipe or the trachea, it is reaches to the lungs.
Lungs,
Then from the lungs, the last part is
Diaphragm.
diaphragm. Okay, then
Diaphragm.
what about the diaphragm? Where it is situated?
And
On
then
the floor of the
on
chest
the-
cavity.
On the floor of the chest cavity. Okay, actually diaphragm is actually a sheet of muscles we can find in the floor of the chest cavity. Okay, and the lungs situated inside this chest cavity, and it is surrounded by whom? It's surrounded by
surrounded by the ribs.
ribs. It's surrounded by the ribs or rib cage. Okay, and in the case of respiration in human beings, both inhalation and exhalation takes place. And one inhalation and one exhalation together, or they are combined together, known as one breathing. Okay, that is what is known as breath. Then what do you mean by inhalation?
Where during inhalation, the
During
ribs
inhalation,
move
rich in
up and
oxygen.
upwards.
Rich in
The diaphragm
Okay,
moves
Nash, I don't need the
downwards.
mass
Movement
answering.
increase
Vivian,
the space
Vivian.
of the chest to the lungs.
Yes, ma'am.
Inhalation. What do you mean by inhalation?
Ma'am, inhalation is a process in which we breathe in the air and it goes into our lungs.
Okay, we breathe in air rich in which type of gas?
Oxygen, oxygen.
Oxygen. It is the process of breathe in air rich of oxygen is known as inhalation. Then Anlin, what do you mean by exhalation?
Ma'am, we breathe out the carbon dioxide.
The process in which
process
we
is
breathe
rich in-
out the air which is rich in carbon dioxide is known as exhalation. During inhalation, what all things are happens in the body of human beings? Zian, what happens to the chest or ribs and the diaphragm?
And
Yes, yeah.
during inhalation, ribs move upwards and outwards.
Okay,
Diaphragm move downwards,
okay.
and this movement increases the space inside the chest cavity.
As a result, air rush into the
Lungs.
lungs. Okay. So during inhalation, our ribs moves up or outwards. That is, it expands at the same time. The diaphragm moves down. Then what happens? It increases the space between the chest cavity. As a result, more amount of the air rush into the lungs. Okay. So during inhalation, we can say that lungs filled with the air. Then next one, who is here? Nivedita. What all things that happens during the process of exhalation?
During exhalation, the ribs move down and inwards,
Hmm.
and the diaphragm moves upward, and the
Okay.
space in the chest cavity reduces, and the
Yes.
air is pushed out from the lungs.
Air is pushed out from the lungs. So these all activities or processes takes place during the exhalation. So this is about the respiratory mechanism in the case of human beings. Then we were discuss about respiration in organisms such as cockroach, earthworm, and frog
Earthworm,
and fish.
Frog and fish.
Okay. Then quickly we can a rapid fire round. Adidev, what about the respiratory system in the case of cockroach?
Ma'am, do I need to define it?
No need. Only the parts.
Ma'am, they respire through a small openings called spiracle. They breathe in oxygen rich in air through the spiracle, which open into tracheal tubes.
Okay. All
The
right.
respiratory system of cockroach is a network of trachea known as tracheal.
Okay, all right, dear. Then the next one to Savio. What about earthworm? Respiratory system in earthworm. Savio, unmute and say.
Okay, right then.
Same question to Ihan.
Ma'am.
Okay, Savio. Let's him speak. Ex Savio.
Ma'am,
Respiratory system in earthworm.
Ma'am, the moist and slimy make it easy for the gas.
Okay, the moist and slimy skin, that is help the earthworm for the exchange of gases. All right. Then Ihan,
Yes.
what about the case of frog?
Frog, ma'am, and they have dual system that help them to breathe.
Okay,
Then-
what are they?
Then they have lungs like human beings.
Lungs and the second system of respiration.
Ma'am,
Moist and slimy.
moist,
moist
and slimy skin.
Moist
They
and
use their
slimy
lungs
skin.
on land and
When they are
use
use their lungs,
skin
stands
Ma'am,
and
when they are on land,
on
they
land.
when they are on
use
land,
lungs,
and what
and
about
when they
their
are on
skin in the water.
slimy
they
skin?
use
When they are in the water. Okay, enough. Then rolls. What about the respiration in fish? Rida, respiration in fish. Aradhya.
Ma'am,
1 minute.
ma'am,
1
can
minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Aradhya.
They breathe in
Hmm.
through gills.
Very good. So gills are the respiratory system which is responsible for the exchange of gases in the case of fish, and these gills are actually connected with that of the blood vessels. So there is easy exchange of gases takes place. Okay. So they can take the oxygen which is resolved in the water when they are breathed under this water. So these are about the respiration in organisms. So now let us think, what about the case of plants? Do they respire? In the case of plants,
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
they are
Through
living
stomata,
organisms or
tiny
non-living organism. What do you think? Does the
Living
plants
Living
or
organisms.
good. Plants are living organism. From smaller EVS classes, you may be studied that plants are living organism. So then, what do you think? Does they respire?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
this breathing
ma'am.
process
Through
is takes place?
stomata. Through stomata.
Yes, very good, excellent. So in the case of plants also, the process of respiration is takes place. For that, there is a small kind of small holes like or small pores are
Tiny
present,
pores
where
on the
this
leaf.
small tiny pores can be found in the case of plants.
In the
On
leaf.
the surface
In
of
the
In the
leaves.
leaves, on the surface of leaves. Okay, and that tiny pores are known as
Stomata.
stomata. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, so let us see what about the respiration in plants. So let me check whether this plants respire or not. Respiration in plants. Okay, so they take in oxygen rich in air from the atmosphere and breathe out air rich in carbon dioxide through the tiny pores present in the lower surface of the leaves known as stomata. Okay, actually this stomata is some kind of tiny pores through which we are already studied whenever the previous chapter, that is in the nutrition in plants, whenever we discuss about the photos. Yes?
Ma'am, do plants breathe out carbon dioxide?
No. The atmosphere and breathe out air rich in oxygen. They are breathe out air rich in oxygen. And which type of gas they are taken inside?
Carbon
Carbon dioxide.
Take carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide rich air. For the process of
Making
Photosynthesis.
food.
photosynthesis. Very good. They taking carbon dioxide rich air from the atmosphere and breathe out air rich in oxygen through the tiny pores present in the lower surface of the leaves known as stomata.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, do I have to write this?
Yes. So here actually stomata is responsible for exchange of gases in the case of plants. Where it is present?
On
On
the surface
On the
of
lower
leaf.
surface of the leaves. Okay, on the lower surface of the leaves. So in the lower surface of the leaves, you can see some small tiny pores-like structures. That small tiny pores-like structures are known as stomata. Stomata is actually helpful for the plants for the exchange of gases. They take the air which is rich in carbon dioxide from the air. Then by the process of photosynthesis, they make their own food, then release oxygen. They release oxygen through the same pores called stomata. What about the product formed as a result of this carbon dioxide?
carbon
Is it carbon dioxide? Carbohydrate or glucose. Okay, carbohydrate. carbohydrate plus oxygen. They are released out after the photosynthesis. They released out the carbohydrate and oxygen. Is it over?
Yes, ma'am, it's over.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here you can see the stomata, and the stomata is covered by a type of cell. Did you remember its name?
Guard cell.
Guard cell.
Cell. Okay,
Guard
the
cell.
stomata
Guard
is surrounded by, or it is
Outside the
covered
guard.
by a kind of cell. It a type of cell that is known as guard cell. Okay. Then what about the respiration in the case of plants? The roots of plants to respire to generate energy, but they follow a different method. So they take up air rich in oxygen from air spaces between the soil particles. So not only by the stomata, but also by the roots, the plants are respire. So the roots of plants to respire to generate energy. We know that what do you mean by the process of respiration? It is the process of breakdown of the food, and the process of release of energy is known as respiration. So in the case of plants, the root of plants to respire to generate energy, but for that there follows a different method. They take up the air rich in oxygen from the air spaces between the soil particles. Okay. So with the, okay, then they breathe in oxygen. This oxygen is utilized for the breakdown of the glucose into carbon dioxide and water.
Should we write this?
Ah, yes. So by the process of photosynthesis, we know that plants produce glucose, but the plants require energy to produce the food. So what are the different parts of the plant which is responsible for respiration in the case of plants? Stomata and
Stomata and
the roots of the plants. Okay, the roots of plant which is respire through a different methods. They take up air rich in oxygen from air spaces between the soil particles. So between the soil particles, you can find some kind of air spaces. Through that, they are respire the air which is rich in oxygen, and this oxygen is responsible for the breakdown of the glucose or carbohydrate into carbon dioxide and water. So the roots of plants to respire to generate the energy. For that, there follows a different methods. They take up air which is rich in oxygen from air spaces between the soil particles. That's enough.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, attendance.
Okay, 1 minute, the last slide. The rate of respiration in plants is actually lesser than that of the animals, because in animals, they are required to take up the oxygen by the process of respiration. But in the case of plants, we know that they are give out oxygen as a result of the photosynthesis. So we can say the rate of respiration is less in plants as compared to that of the animals, because animals require to take up the, yes.
Can you please show the speech?
All right, all right. Okay, so what are the respiratory system in the case of plants, Ihan? Stomata and one more. Nivedita.
stomata and roots of the plants.
Roots of the plants. Okay, how the roots of the plants respire?
The roots of the plant respire to generate
They
Take up air rich
they
in
take
By
up
the air
rich in
spaces between the
oxygen.
soil particles. Okay, through the air spaces between the soil particles. The roots of plants which respire through the air spaces between the soil particles. All right.
Yes.
And what about the rate of respiration in the case of plants? Is it high or less?
Ma'am, it is
compared to that of-
lower
Lesser than the animal.
It is lesser than that of the case of animals.
finished.
Okay, all right. The rate of respiration in plants is said to be lesser than that of the animals because animals require to take up oxygen from the surroundings, but in the plants, oxygen is actually released by the process of photosynthesis. So less oxygen has to be taken from the surroundings. Enough amount of oxygen is maybe produced by the plants as a result of photosynthesis, and they release this excess amount of oxygen to outside. So the process of respiration in plants is lesser as compared to that of the animals. That is the last topic of this lesson, respiration in plants, or do plants or respire? Is it over?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
students. So now let me check your attendance.
Okay, ma'am.